First half, I thought we were very average, competed alright, but yeah, we didn't really bring a lot to the table. And then second half, I thought they did a lot of things better. Still not where we needed to be, but they were a lot better second half.
I mean, that says a lot, doesn't it? Because the sort of pre-season narrative has all been Leeds signing Amy and signing Georgia and everything, and you've come here and turned them over by sort of 25 points or so, and you still feel there's a hell of a lot of room for improvement.
Yeah, loads of improvement. I think we've got a strength in depth. Yeah, they've got, you know, these marquee players, and you know, a lot of players who've played in Challenge Cups and Grand Finals and stuff, but we put a lot of work into each individual, so they might not have had as much experience, or they might not be on paper as good, but we try and give each individual as much as we possibly can, and I feel like some people that they might have seen on the team sheet today, who were they or whatever, stood up to be counted, and yeah, we've got to be proud of that.
Obviously, two of the players who weren't on the team sheet today for the Leeds were Fran and Georgia, but Hollie was. Can you just say from your perspective what the situation is with potential NRL moves?
Yeah, Hollie will go. Like, she'll announce her news when she's ready to do it. And we're just fully behind her, backing her. She's featuring for us. She's a York player until she goes. She played really well today and enjoyed it, and she's she's down in changing rooms, getting upset at the prospect that she might be going. But like I said, until she gets on the plane, she's a York player, and she will be if she wants to come back. So yeah, that's about it.
So it's a done deal as far as concerned.
I think yeah, she'll definitely be going to Australia. Yeah.
And what does that mean for the club? Because you're probably, it's a bit of a race, but you might be the first English club to produce a player who goes to the NRLW. No, that's a huge thing for York, isn't it?
Massive, like absolutely massive, and I back any girls who want to go and play over there. You know, we don't want to become English clubs that are feeding the NRL. You know, we've got to grow our own product, but equally at this moment in time, they're offering the girls a hell of a lot, and why wouldn't they want to go over there and test themselves and get paid handsomely for doing so? A few of our other girls got approached and they decided not to take it. They decided that they were happy at York, happy with their lives here, and but Hollie's, she's young and she's ambitious and she just wants to take opportunity.
I guess she'd be a big loss for you, or are you confident that you have the players coming through who will fill that gap and maybe go on to emulate her?
Yeah, she'd be a big loss to any side. You can't say that she wouldn't, but we've got depth in the squad, like I've said, and we know that we'll be able to cover where she's missing. We might not have the flair that she's got and the ability that she's got, but I don't think it'll affect our chances of winning trophies, because we have got a really strong squad.
What was it like as an occasion to be part of Lindsay? 5,500, I think, the official crowd.
Yeah, just brilliant. And there was a lot made of the World Cup, and all the attention that drew, and it seems to have been a long time coming for the women's game to be back out there. But just even for the warm-up, there were so many people in there for the warm-up. It was brilliant, and the girls love it. They get very nervous about it, but they love it, and it can only get better, really.
There were York fans, as well as more than a handful of York fans behind the post as well. I mean, we've been used to seeing home fans at WSL games, but it seems like York have got a real good core of away fans as well. Yeah,
we do, and it's giving the city something to shout about us. Having not just a women's team, but a team that's on sort of the national stage and doing well. So the more that we perform well, and the more we give them something to look at, they'll hopefully keep following us and get more and more.
There's obviously been a lot made of yourselves and Leeds being the first club to go with the payment structures as well. I know it's win bonuses, so you guys are the first WSL team to effectively pay the players with this result. I mean, it's quite a nice thing to have.
Yeah, we are. Do you know what? I hadn't even thought about that, and I know the girls haven't. They're just chuffed to have won. But that's a fact, I guess. And how exciting for them that they're going to be the first people to do that, and have money in the bank for playing a game of rugby league. It's unheard of, really. So. Class, yeah.
We'll just ask Lois. I mean, she's been involved with the game a long time. If you'd have said 5 years ago you'd be playing for 5,000 and getting paid for doing it, what's the ceiling look like for this sport? How far can it go, do you think, as a competition?
Yeah, I mean, I actually thought to myself this morning, this time a couple of years ago, I was looking for raffle tickets, I was getting a float out, I was making sure the programmes were printed, all these sorts of things that I were having to think of as a coach. The actual coaching wasn't part of what I was doing. It was organising the fixture. But yeah, no, today was just a different level in terms of the ceiling. I don't know. We've got to keep pushing and pushing, and the more big double headers like this, the more the male side of the clubs buy into the women's game. Hopefully, it'll bring revenue for them, and we'll just keep pushing. Yeah.
St Helens next week. Is it an advantage that you've played this week and they haven't?
I would say so. Yeah, definitely. We haven't picked up any injuries today. We've got rid of a dodgy first half, and then found a little bit of momentum in the second half. So hopefully that'll roll into next week.
How dangerous are they now they've lost a few key players over the off-season?
Oh, Saints will always be dangerous. They've got some really good leaders, and I think Georgia Hill pivotal for similar to Courtney Winfield Hill was, and they've got Jodie, they've got Emily, they've got some really good characters in the Saints team, so I definitely wouldn't write them off.
Tara Jane Stanley's pass in the first half, how good was that?
Yeah, really good, but I was just fuming because she never does that. She does it in training and it goes into touch and they drop it and all sorts of things happen, and she says, what do I do in this situation? So just give the easy ball. But she likes to be flamboyant, does Tara, and thankfully for her it paid off today. But yeah, she's just good, and she turns up with big moments like that. She just needs to do that more consistently in training to perfect it.
Back at full-back as well, which obviously she didn't play in the World Cup. Happier to have her at number one than anywhere else on the field?
Yeah, I am, definitely. I think she's really dangerous coming out of her own half. She's really safe under an high ball. A good ball attack probably wasn't that great last year because she gets up there, she gets near the try line, and she either tries to fix a problem by doing something herself, or she's not as urgent to get to where she needs to be, and that might be why she didn't get to play for England there. But no, I thought today she was a lot busier, and she looked like she enjoyed herself. So yeah, it's good.